In our own kingdom, we are royal family. A lot of attributes of the king of Onitsha is also our attributes. Like there's what we call not dying out of turn in the local parlance, and also we don't prostrate before any king. We stand to greet the king because we are all fellow kings. Despite the fact that we have the overall king, who is the Obi of Onitsha. But in different villages, they have other sub-kings. Like in my village called Okposieke, we are the kings. What really inspired me to be a lawyer was my father. And some of the little jetty things involved in law. In these same little chambers of ours, I used to come to see my father as a little kid at 8, 9, 10 years. I will see his wig and gown, and I'll bring out his wig and put in my head. I said, and I have white hair, coiled hair, that I must be a lawyer. The legacy he left is overwhelming. I don't want to come out to say that I have overthrown him, but now I think the shoe is now matched, and I'm trying to buy another shoe.
So hello guys, this is Creative Lord TV. So guys, today we are live and direct in Onitsha, in the heart of Onitsha. That is GRA currently. And guys, we are here to document about Ekwerekwu, one of the pioneers, one of the founders of People's Club of Nigeria, one of the legal advisors of People's Club of Nigeria International. So look at his chamber. This is his firm. He established it in 1962, and his son, who is Honorable Barrister Harold Ekwerekwu, maintained it since 1962 up to date. The chamber is functioning, everything is working fine, everything is happening there. We are going there to meet him, to interview him, let him tell us about his father, because he replaced his father immediately. His father left the world, he replaced him and took over, and the man is Puma. He was one time deputy governorship aspirant in Anambra State, and also House of Assembly, one of the aspirants 2023 under Apoga. Guys, let's go and meet this honorable, and meet this barrister, and meet this great man and interview him. Let's go.
I am Harold Ekwerekwu. Well, my grandfather was Joseph Anara Ekwerekwu. He was the first catechist teacher here in Africa and at Otolonewi precisely. He was a farmer and also a trader. In fact, he was a great merchant, and he was instrumental in taking care of all the Okposieke family properties, which he inherited from our progenitor, Okposieke Owale, who begot Okposieke. Owale begot Okposieke, and Okposieke begot Oniesom and Anyaka. And Oniesom begot Ekwerekwu Igwanwu the first. And Ekwerekwu begot Akonwafo Joseph Anara Ekwerekwu. He was instrumental in signing the 1910-1945 deed of lease that showed all our land precisely in GRA. That is 1945 supplemental deed of lease. His name was written there boldly, Joseph Akonwafo Anara Ekwerekwu and Lebua, on behalf of the Okposieke family of Onitsha. So he was instrumental too in making sure that the family is under one umbrella. He was the popular SZD, because in our own kingdom, we are royal family. A lot of attributes of the king of Onitsha is also our attributes. Like there's what we call not dying out of turn in the local parlance, and also we don't prostrate before any king. We stand to greet the king because we are all fellow kings. Despite the fact that we have the overall king, who is the Obi of Onitsha. But in different villages, they have other sub-kings. Like in my village called Obuleke, we are the kings. At Obio, they have Igwe Obio too. So Akunwafo did very well. He married up to 5 wives. In fact, my father was among the last, children of the last wife. Married Nwedrie from Niboka. So Umwanum village, precisely the Okonkwas. The former dean faculty of law at Nizoba was among the, people from my grandmother's side too, Nwedrie. So he was so nice. He trained a lot of Okposieke people. He made them go to school, especially the old New Bethel and other higher institution. He sponsored my father to his trip to London, where he read law and came out and was called to the Irish bar in 1959 as a lawyer in King's in Dublin, Ireland. He went to King's in Dublin and went to Belfast University as in Northern Ireland, and he became a lawyer and was called to the Irish bar. I was in 1959 precisely. The pictures are there when he was called to the to the English Irish bar. Later on, you can face the pictures and see it. And where I'm sitting down now is the seat is inherited. I inherited it from him because he established here in 19. He was called in 1959. I came back to Nigeria in 1962 and enrolled at the Supreme Court and had his good practice up to date, though he died 2011. And I took up the mantle, took the bull by the horn. We're growing from glory to glory. The chambers is doing well. The chambers have lasted here for so many years. The same address, we've not shifted since 1962 till date. We are here. We have an address. We are not moving. I know some other chambers have moved out from one place to the other, but we remain here and digging it out the way we can. We are trying our best, and the chambers is one of the best chambers too, primus inter pares. So I'm glad today my dad made it happen, and I took upon his shoes, and I'm here today as a lawyer. I was called 2005. I was supposed to be called 2002 with my mate, but then he was sick. I was moving him around, so I couldn't concentrate. But I still went back and digged it out today. I don't remember what happened the yesteryears. We are here today. So my dad also helped in gathering what his father kept, securing the documents, and trying to go to the archives to know what and what we've kept and what we don't have. So like the lease I told you, the grandfather was instrumental, expired in 2009, and we get that a lot of our things from the federal government through the regime of Jonathan and also Buhari. So they were releasing some of our properties, although they've not released. In fact, they've not even just. It's not even up to half of what they've released. We need them to release our properties because it was based on the leasehold. And you know what lease is all about. It means that for a certain period of time, it is a certainty. At that period, it yields back to the owner. And this one goes with no option for renewal. So assuming they say you can renew, you can now say, okay, let's renew for another 100 days. But there's no option for renewal. They say it must be mutually relinquished at reversion, which was done perfectly. But Nigeria as it is today, some of the government are still occupying our properties, which they ought to have left by now, and trying to make it a big case. Some of them want us to go back to court. It's no more a gentleman's agreement. And I don't know, because they see it as 1910, they think it's no more irrelevant. But I always refer them to Section 49, one of the Land Use Act, that says all is exclusively like the state. It goes to the federal government. The federal government, when it expires, it goes back to us because the lease was between the family and the government. It's not between the state, family, and government, but between the colonial government of Nigeria and the Okposieke family. And when it expired, we expected them to relinquish it and just go as a gentleman's agreement. But you see the case of Abioye against Yakubu. Most people rely on the 1917 land use as claiming that all land in the state belongs to the governor and all these things. Yes, it is. But in contrary, the 1978 Land Use Act preserves the existing legal rights of the owners on land, and it preserves it and saves it. So they are not extinguished. They are not extinguished. The Land Use Act preserved it and saved it because all the land prior to 1978 Land Use Act, the Land Use Act, you know, saved it. So it was never extinguished. So the popular case of Abioye against Yakubu touches, a lot of things about, the land use and 1970 Land Use Act and all leases and all agreement prior to 1917 Land Use Act. So another plethora of cases too. So we are on it. We are digging, trying our best to get all our properties intact. We will not stop. We will not relent. Even when you dangle gun on us, we will not relent. We'll keep fighting for our rights. We'll keep fighting for our properties. As long as Nigeria exists, as long as we are alive, as long as our children are coming, we'll keep agitating for all of them, for all our property. Then if they wish to take it back, let them come. We renegotiate and talk business like men, not doing it by force. You know, when you come to court, for example, is a list between maybe you and I, and after the expiration, I should take my thing. But maybe you sublet to someone else, the person will now start claiming title which you do not have, and the court will be entertaining it. It's a shame at times in our judicial process that when the coast is clear, they should just try and rule on it. They'll be wasting time and years will be going. In that same vein, you think there's something fishing, but really nothing is fishing. But we believe in the judiciary and the legal system that one day things will be so upright and so brief while, attending to cases in court. Though we need more judges because a lot of cases have been, is overwhelming in court for a judge to handle like 30 cases. It's not right. So we need more judges. We need more judges, so that things will be done swiftly. Our People's Club of Nigeria, which I'm also a member right now, was founded by some elites. Tia Mezoke, Ezonyi Manamichi, my humble dad, I Ekwerekwu, Ekenedi Chukwu, my father, and numerous others. I may not be able to remember their names. And it wasn't People's Club initially. Most of the members of People's Club do not know that it wasn't People's Club initially at the onset. It was called Oka White. So the association was too large with enormous powers, very rich individuals, in fact billionaires, and they were making waves in the society and in Nigeria as a whole. And the government said no. Who are they? Are they trying to topple the government? No. They have to, now severe the association and proscribe it. So they stopped it as a car and immediately formed People's Club of Nigeria International. Well registered, and my father was instrumental to the headquarters at Onitsha. He bought the land for the People's Club of Nigeria from Onitsha people, from the PR, from the Okolos family. My father was the one that made sure everything was done with the help of the People's Club. They got money and paid for the land. And if I go through some of his documents, I still see the documents pertaining to the land, how much it was bought, and all those things. So I know my father was instrumental. And as the patron and national legal advisor, co-founder, he made sure that things were moving well in People's Club of Nigeria before they all left this beautiful world to the world beyond. You know, but my dad was part of it with the Chioko sitting them Chief Okuzu, the first legal advisor before my dad. They were all working in tandem to make sure that things work very well at People's Club of Nigeria. It's a respected club. A lot of dignitaries, Okonoba, major billionaires that, not stained individual, and we're trying to emulate them now so that People's Club of Nigeria will not be a thing of mockery. You know, it has branches up throughout the Federation of Nigeria. It has branches and properties throughout the Federation of Nigeria. So it is not a small club. The People's Club of Nigeria has grown wings, have grown big, and I'm happy that my father was among those that nurtured People's Club of Nigeria to the height it is today. What really, really inspired me to be a lawyer was my father and some of the little jetty things involved in law. In these same little chambers of ours, I used to come to see my father as a little kid at 8, 9, 10 years. I will see his wig and gown, and I'll bring out his wig and put in my head. I said, and I have white hair, coiled hair, that I must be a lawyer. So all those little trickish things made me love to be a lawyer and see my dad as my role model. I mean, my role model. I followed him stricto sensu, sheepishly, to see that I maintained and I achieved it. So being a lawyer for me was something I know I will be, and I prayed and God helped me and I achieved it. I never thought of going to sciences. I never thought of joining science classes in my school days. No, it was pure art, and I was consistent. And I made it. I made it to University of Jos. Nobody came there to beg for my admission. I saw my name at the board, and I was admitted to read law, and I read law, and I graduated from University of Jos. Proceeded to Lagos Law School. After Lagos Law School, I proceeded to Gombe for my youth service. After Gombe, I came back to understudy Ibebu, the senior advocate of Nigeria, at Ibebu Street. I was with him for 1 year and came back to my dad. And then I was nurtured again, from my dad before he left. So that is what triggered me. And my dad was a kind of a politician too. He was board of governors of internal revenue and other boards. And during the emergency 70s, you know what a councillor is. They say you're a councillor. They will say, hey, he's a big man. Oh. All those they emerged as councillors, they were appointed councillors and stuff like that. But he came out to contest for chairmanship. And in my town, once somebody comes out and people from the same town are many, they have to divide their vote. So my father stepped down and said he's not going to run for it again. So those that came divided their votes, and Hanugo won them then as a local government, and that was when he contested lastly as a politician. Well, as I said, I am a politician, but I am not a politician that do not have a job. I work here, my table 24 hours, my table, and I have so many junior lawyers in my chambers still working. So it's a work made easy for us, and I am not that seasonal politician that said when the season comes I come out. No. I have my job to do. When the season comes, then I come out to try, and if I try it, I do not win, I come back to my table because I believe in Politics Without Bitterness by Waziri. I read his book then. So nothing phantom me to be moving around, walking around, roaming around without having a job, calling myself a politician. No, I think I'm a private lawyer cum politician. I contested for deputy governor of Anambra State under PDP during the time of Jonathan. and I was, would I say, we did not lose it on the ground as per casting votes. We lost it at the Supreme Court. We won at the Court of Appeal. When we got to Supreme Court, we lost it, and that was why we didn't go further again. But my name was there, everything was there. If you Google at 2013 election, I was the running mate to Mr. Chief Nicholas Okposieke. Chief Nicholas Okposieke was contesting for governorship under PDP, and I was his running mate under PDP. So, but at the end of the day, we had some squabbles and legal tussle at the Supreme Court with Tony Moye. Eventually, he won and contested with Obiano, and Obiano won. Obiano of Abga won. So, thereafter, I stepped down. But before then, I won for the chairmanship on the local government, and I was catapulted to come and contest for deputy governor. So I lost that one woefully. And after that, I lost this too. Then later on, I continued. I came out for State House of Assembly under PDP. I lost. I said, no, I have to join the winning race. I got into ABGA. When I got into ABGA, it was somebody's turn. They said I should step down. I relaxed. The person went. Then the last one was the so-called labor team that carried everybody. And I got about 3,000 organic, 3,700 something organic votes. While they were doing labor, nobody knows. Opito B, the contestant had about 6,000 votes. I said, let it be. I realized I had serious organic vote, and if it wasn't labor team, I'll be on ground today. But still, as I said, politics without bitterness. I am happy where I am today because I have my chambers here and I know what I'm doing. You know, so that is it. The legacy he left is overwhelming. I am trying my best to, I'm 50. I'll be 50 November 10th, on a couple of months coming, and I know he did a lot. I will say I've not tried. I think I still need some little to top up. But I know I don't want to come out to say that I have overthrown him, or because for me to be alive in his chambers and continued what he kept is not really an easy task. And it's a very, very big shoe. But now I think the shoe is now matched, and I'm trying to buy another shoe because I'm overgrowing the shoe, you know. And I have I a lot of things I've done. I want praises to come from God. You know, I would have mentioned one, two, three, four, five each because of the legacy he left. I tore the same vein, and I got and I arrived to my destination. You know, so it is a big deal, but I think I'm getting old as well, and I hope I will live up to his age. He died at 82, and I'm hoping to live at 90 because I must be, bigger than my father. In Jesus' name, I must be bigger than him. You know, we are not the people that shout, but when you come inside, you now know that yes, they are tight, but not that like kind of flamboyant living. We know who we are and what we do, and that's it. This is an award given to me in Dubai, United Arab Emirates, and it's for young, vibrant lawyers. The Les Falcom Global Award Dubai 2023. The category, leading legal Falcom. It's all about key practices, litigation, arbitration, and real estate. And as a principal consultant of the great Ekwerekwu law firm, I was given this award. I was among the people from Africa, from Nigeria, that they gave this award, Les Falcon Global Awards. I was in Dubai 2023. I was privileged to be there. So when you Google Les Falcon, you will see all of our pictures of those that were awarded, the awardees. They are all listed there in the whole thing. So I'm into arbitration. I'm into litigation, call, and also I'm into real estate. Despite the fact that my family owns 2/3 of the entire GRA furniture, I'm automatically a realtor. So I am glad today I've been recognized outside my jurisdiction to be awarded, and I give glory to God. It's not today that I've started seeing some all other awards, but I am happy with this too, and I'm grateful. I now belong to them in the outside Nigerian world, and as a Jerusalem pilgrim, I became a Jerusalem pilgrim 2006. So I've toured Jerusalem, all other places there. The pictures are there on the wall with my father on the wheelchair. I'm at his back, carrying my father on wheelchair when we're in Jerusalem, you know. And this is the picture of when he was called to the Irish bar in 1959. And this other one is the picture we took with my late cousin. He was here in my chambers, the tallest one, and some members of the chambers too, and my humble self with my dad there sitting there. And these other ones are my wife, and that picture down there is what they gave me in Onitsha as a member of Onitsha. So, and the chambers have been growing from glory to glory with 4 junior lawyers, and they're all fantastically doing well, and I'm very happy with them too. So the bulk of the work is not in my head again. I practice like a big man, so to say. My humble advice to politicians is for them to know that being elected into offices is kind of a public place. I expect them to be very honest, competent, show form of integrity, and do what they're supposed to do, not to go and loot our money. Politics is good. It widens someone's horizon, makes you meet people, and when you work very well, people will always want to vote you in. So, but if you're a criminal in power, nobody will want to see you again, despite your ill-gotten wealth. You may be praised while on power, but after you're out of there, you now realize that your enemies are more than what you never expected. So I always encourage youth to come out, not to run away from politics. Politics is good. It's kind of a game. When you lose, don't be bothered. Next time you may win. You don't say, I've lost it, so this man is stupid, this man is... No, no, no. God can bless someone to be losing. God can bless you to be losing. You know what I mean? God can bless someone to be losing because He doesn't know if you win, if you're going to die there. So He will make you lose to elongate your life. So in any way you see yourself, you give praises to God. Then for young lawyers coming up, I advise them to be steadfast. Practice makes perfect. You must not go to court to be a good lawyer. You have other things to do, but the major thing is for you to sit in your chambers. When they come, they see you. You have your own other lawyers, you have corporate law, you have other things, and most especially lawyers should go into politics because they know the do's and don'ts, and they know what to do and what not to do. If a lawyer violates the law, automatically has no any other alternative to ask the court, please, I'm sorry, because he knows the law, he knows what he did. So I don't think, unless it's kind of a mistake, or but lawyers should delve into politics so that politics will have weight, and also in the argument there will be sound argument too in politics. That is my humble advice. And also for me, I pray someday I'll be the governor or president of this humble country. And I pray, I know it's not easy to handle your normal village meeting, regardless of handling the whole country. I pray I will do better and better and better in Jesus' name. Amen.